The concept of natural stability needs to be understood and respected. It provides a powerful tool that will help you with your skydiving. Or, if ignored, it can be a dramatic handicap that will retard your abilities in the air. The body position discipline that we just discussed is an important factor in successful formation skydiving. If you're having any problems in the air, look first to your body position fundamentals for a solution. The remainder of the information in this video will be presented in a series of modules. First, each module is illustrated by a computer-generated theory section to develop your understanding. Then, each skill is demonstrated in freefall to aid your personal visualization and ability to interpret your performance on video. And now, Module 1, Trimming Your Neutral Position.
We want to use a neutral box body position in order to sit still relative to our grid. What is it exactly that our body position does that allows us to fall straight down at a constant speed? Our neutral position produces a balanced deflection of air. We call this a balanced deflection of air because we are deflecting equal amounts of air in opposite directions. Due to the left-right symmetry of our body position, we naturally have a balanced deflection of air to the left and right. The balanced deflection out of the front and back, however, results from 1. Practicing the proper body position, 2. Having the proper distribution of drag on our jumpsuit, and 3. Refining our individual weight and balance in order to trim our neutral position. Imagine how the airflow is deflected as it meets our body. This deflection means that there are forces that act on us as we fall. These aerodynamic forces can be rewritten into their horizontal and vertical components. Because there is a balanced deflection of air, the horizontal forces will cancel each other out. Then, the remaining components can be rewritten as a single aerodynamic force, and, not coincidentally, this force is exactly equal and opposite to the force created by our body's weight. These forces then combine to cancel each other, and it's the balance of these forces that leaves us sitting still on the grid. Let's get in the air and see this skill demonstrated in freefall.
When I have to fall straight down, I feel I do it best when I relax into the body position, allowing my knees and elbows to blow back, and I can feel myself hanging on my center of gravity.
Your neutral position should be relaxed, passive, and calm.
A good, basic, stable body position is the most important building block of all skydiving skills. From all movement, we come back to the stable body position.
Frequently, our objective will be to sit still in the right place. We can use our neutral position and the principles of natural stability to accomplish this task. The ability to sit still at will is a skill that all good skydivers must possess. Now, let's begin to look at variations of our body position that we can use to create small, controlled movement in Module 2, forward and backwards movement.
The first translational moves we will explore are forward and backward while staying on level. Recall that a properly trimmed neutral position produces a balanced deflection of air to the front and back. But we can change our body position in a way that gives us body pitch. This produces an asymmetrical air deflection where we are pushing more air out of the back than the front. This air deflection produces the net aerodynamic force shown here. This force can be rewritten in its vertical and horizontal components. the vertical aerodynamic force can be made to balance our body's weight. This leaves a resulting force that pushes us toward the front. We always want to achieve movement by a coordinated use of our entire body. To move forward, we can increase the drag on our lower body by extending our legs. At the same time, we can redistribute and decrease the drag in the upper body by bringing our hands back and streamlining our chest. We then have a body pitch that pushes us forward. Similarly, if we change our body position in such a way that we cause more air to be deflected out the front, then this asymmetrical air deflection ultimately causes a force that pushes us towards the rear. We can get this body pitch if we increase the drag in our upper body by de-arching above the waist and simultaneously bend our knees to decrease the drag in our lower body. We then have a body pitch that results in a backwards push. Now, let's look at how a sequence of body positions can be combined to produce a move. Move is a cycle, where we go from a neutral to a start phase and progress naturally through a coasting body position as we transition to a stop phase and finally return to neutral in order to sit still. Start, coast, stop, neutral. You will need to use this idea of start, coast, stop for every move you make. Here we can see forward and backward movement on level being performed in free fall.
When I move backwards, I have quite a bit of upper body de-arch in order to obtain the head-high body position required to make the move. I will also pull my lower legs out of the airstream just a bit. Forward movement requires a head-down body pitch. In order to do this, it helps to stick your legs out. But you also need to do things with your upper body to ensure that your body pitch is obtained.
Can you see the SCS principle being applied here in free fall?
When making forward movement, or any movement for that matter, it's critical to understand the importance of the stop. When I make a move, it's not just the acceleration phase that's important, but the stopping at the end of the move.
The ability to make small, controlled moves